You're standing at your kitchen table with a boarding pass on your phone and an email that says the airline has stopped operations. Your stomach drops. The ticket was expensive. The trip matters. And now the website shows an automated message. Airline ceases operations. The background hum of the refrigerator, the small orange light on your phone, the date of your flight blinking at you. That immediate, tight worry is exactly why you're here.
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right
here. Listen, I've had to sort refunds for stranded travelers more times than I like, and the first thing to do is slow down and collect facts. Don't panic and don't throw out documents. At home, open the airline email, take screenshots of every message and every account screen that mentions the bankruptcy, voucher, or suspension. Capture the booking confirmation, payment receipts, and any new messages from the airline or travel agent. If you paid by credit or debit card, check the last 4 digits and the date of the charge and screenshot the bank transaction too. If an agent or the airline posted a press release, save that page as a PDF or screenshot it. If a reputable news outlet reports insolvency, save that too. These are your evidence. Next, call your payment provider. Call your credit card issuer first if you used a credit card, because chargebacks are often the fastest way to get money back when a merchant collapses. Explain calmly. My airline has ceased operations. I want to start a chargeback for this ticket. Note the case number and the representative's name and ask about the bank's specific deadline. Many banks want the claim opened within 60 to 120 days of the charge or of service disruption. If you used a debit card, the process is similar, but banks treat debit disputes differently and timeframes can be shorter. If you purchased with a bank transfer or an online wallet, your options narrow, but do not give up. Move on to the next steps. If you booked through an online travel agency, OTA, rather than directly with the airline, you must contact the OTA and your card issuer. Many OTAs issued travel vouchers in past collapses. Those vouchers are often unilateral and not legally equivalent to a cash refund. Screenshot the OTA's refund policy and any messages promising credit or a voucher. If travel is urgent and you need to fly again before the bankruptcy process finishes, you must weigh 2 costs. Buy a new ticket now and pursue a refund, or wait and risk missing an important date. If it's urgent, buy a new ticket on a different airline. Use a credit card so that you still have dispute protection. If it can wait, and you want to maximize recovery, open your chargeback and file a formal creditor claim with the bankruptcy administrator, trustee, and follow the court instructions for filing claims. Keep copies of everything you send. Why do things get so messy when an airline folds? Think of the airline like a store that suddenly locked its doors and handed the keys to a court-appointed manager. The manager's job is to collect cash, pay high-priority bills, fuel, payroll, airport fees, and then distribute whatever remains to creditors. Customers who prepaid for tickets are usually unsecured creditors, the same category as many suppliers, and that means refunds are not guaranteed and can arrive months down the line as a small portion of what you paid. This is why credit card chargebacks are your practical first line of defense. The credit card company can reverse the transaction because you paid for a service you never received. Chargebacks work because banks protect cardholders, not because the airline has money. If successful, a chargeback can give you your full purchase price within a few weeks to a few months. If you open a claim in the bankruptcy process at the same time, you cover both paths. Many useful links can be found in the description. Here's a concrete timeline and cost picture so you can plan. If you act fast and use a credit card dispute, you might see provisional credit within 7,600 days. Final resolution may take 30,120 days. If you file only with the bankruptcy administrator, expect months. Distributions to unsecured creditors are often small. Some past airline liquidations returned single-digit cents on the dollar, sometimes 10 to 30% in better cases, and occasionally zero. If you bought an expensive refundable full-fare ticket, your chances of recovery from the estate are slightly higher because refunds or adjustments may be prioritized. But the only reliable protection is the card dispute or travel insurance that explicitly covers insolvency. Now the step-by-step playbook in plain language. 1. Stop any future autopay or recurring airline charges. If you have a travel card with future monthly installments, call your provider and pause them. Document every call. 2. Gather proof. Booking confirmation, boarding pass, payment receipt, screenshots of airline/OTA bankruptcy announcements, news articles, and any voucher offers. 3. Contact the airline's customer service and the bankruptcy administrator. Don't assume one path cancels the other. Ask for a written confirmation of your ticket status and whether you're being issued a voucher or a refund, and get any promise in writing. 4. Open a chargeback with your credit card issuer immediately. Give them the screenshots and explain you never received the contracted service. Ask for provisional credit and a case number. 5. If you purchased travel insurance, read the policy. Some policies cover insolvency or supplier default. File that claim in parallel. 6. File a claim with the bankruptcy trustee or court clerk. Follow the claim form instructions exactly and submit copies of your receipts. Keep track of claim deadlines. These are strict. 7. If an OTA is involved, press the OTA for a cash refund and consider a chargeback against the OTA if they refuse and you paid them directly. 8. If you accept a voucher, treat it cautiously. Vouchers are often non-transferable, time-limited, and lower in value than cash. Only accept a voucher if it's refundable to cash on demand or if a chargeback is not available. One very specific hidden trick. Some booking sites and even airline agents will try to convert your refund into an airline credit or voucher on the spot and tell you it's your only option. That's a sales tactic. If you want cash, insist on a refund, then open a chargeback with your card company the moment you're refused. Do not be pressured into waiving refund rights on the phone. Get everything in writing. Another common misdirection: promises of priority rebooking onto partner airlines for a small fee. Often that fee is a markup and not necessary. Partners will sometimes rebook you without fee if you escalate to the partner airline and show proof of the airline stoppage. Never pay to rebook unless you absolutely must travel immediately and understand you're choosing convenience over a potential refund. A realistic worst-case scenario. You paid $1,000 for a round-trip ticket. The airline liquidates with little cash, and you file only with the bankruptcy estate. You might receive $0 or $100 back a year later. The safer route: open a chargeback and file a bankruptcy claim. If the bank grants a chargeback, you could recover the full $1,000 in 90 days. If the bank declines, you still have the bankruptcy claim active. If your card issuer advises against a chargeback because you already accepted a voucher, you can still dispute the voucher depending on jurisdiction. Some regulators treat vouchers differently. If the airline is covered by a consumer protection rule, for example, the US or EU passenger rights have specific guidance during insolvency events. File directly with the regulator and mention the rule. Regulators can and do push for passenger protections and sometimes require airlines or airports to provide information on refunds. Practical shortcuts and safety tips before you pay anything in the future. Always pay with a credit card you control. Avoid bank transfers for travel unless absolutely necessary. And consider a card that specifically offers supplier insolvency protection. If you use an OTA, keep a record of who charged you, OTA or airline, because that determines your path for refund. One last money-saving pointer. Many airlines and OTAs will offer to rebook now for a fee and promise to sort refunds later. If the travel is non-urgent, refuse that upsell and pursue a proper chargeback and bankruptcy claim instead. If you must accept a paid rebooking to get home, use that as a last resort convenience purchase and keep the receipts. You can still file claims for the original ticket. If you've followed these steps and still feel stuck, escalate. Contact your National Consumer Protection Agency, the Credit Card Issuers Dispute Department, and, if necessary, a small claims or consumer lawyer. Keep your correspondence polite and paper-tracked. Judges and banks appreciate clear records. If this helped you feel a little less helpless, please like and subscribe for more straightforward travel remedies and real-world tips. If you have questions about a specific airline or country, leave the flight date and booking method in the comments, but not your card details, and I'll answer. Remember, act fast, document everything, and open both a bank dispute and a bankruptcy claim. That dual approach is your best chance of getting most or all of your money back. Thanks for watching. And if you want step-by-step templates to email your bank or the bankruptcy trustee, I've linked them below. Please like and subscribe so you'll see updates if rules change.